Buddy, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today we're going to be using up some more book pages, and we're going to be playing with the Classic Matchbook design concept, but we're going to be adding a new twist to it. So hopefully we'll have some fun and use up some of those ever-piling book pages. All right, fun way to make some ephemera, and it's pretty easy, and there's not a whole lot to it other than a couple folds and a couple tears and a little glue, and you're done. Okay, the fold is very simple once I show you. Okay. All right, so here's an example of prototype number 1, and it works a typical matchbook style design where you open it up, and here's a little ducky. I just used some stamping on this one to give you an idea of that. And so it has 2 little pages inside. So if you want to see it from the side, it looks like this from the side. Okay. And those just tuck right in there and you're done. Okay, so there's this one, and then there's this one, decorated a little bit differently, but the same concept. Opens up. At this one I put in little notebook pages inside so that somebody would have something to write on. And it still shows the printing and just a little fabric design with some little sequiny things and some dried flowers and leaves on the front. And the back, I put a little butterfly. Okay. And the last one is actually made up, I believe this is a very thin, oh, this is it. I'll just show you. It's this kind of paper, a very old dictionary where the pages are very thin and shorter than this one. So I'll show you what we can do to work with the different lengths of pages. And just the exciting thing to know is you will never be limited by your page length with the little tip I'll show you today, which is kind of fun and extremely easy and not rocket science, and anybody can do it. Okay, so this one opens up, opens up, opens up. And I didn't decorate this one, I just wanted to show you this different design. And I just put a little lace on the front. And I'm just going to leave the front blank on this one because I like the anatomic weights and things showing on the front as the design. Okay, so there we go. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first one, we don't need you right now. You go over there. I'm going to use the regular book pages, and we're going to use 2 book pages. And basically the rocket science tip on this is we're going to glue the 2 pages together to extend the length. So basically we're going to do this. Oh, I know, huh? Okay, so let me just put some glue here. No, you can't have glue closed. I just used you. Me and the glue. We have an interesting relationship. Okay, here we go. And there we go. Okay, across the top. You can do an X if you want. All right, so we just put the glue down, and then we align the pages. And it really doesn't matter, you know, there's that much. I'm going to put, yeah, no, we're glued there, so I don't have to worry about that. And we are glued there, so we are good, okay? So we have all of that, and now we've extended the length. And the easiest way to cut this, but I'm going to cut this in half so I can make 2. And because this is much longer than my cutter, we're going to pull out the old metal tearing ruler. Yes, I got a long one. I don't know how long this is. It's 18 inches, but it seems to work well for me. So I'm just going to, a little tip here, when you're doing this, if you want to know if you're going to be tearing straight, you line up the top edge of your ruler with the top edge of your page, and that should give you a straight tear. So let me just do that. Okay, pretty lined up there, and we tear. Okay, we tore. All right, put that one aside for another day, and we'll play with this guy today. And I'm not too worried about font versus white. I want to use up the paper. The font is going to show. I can decorate some of the white, so all is going to be good. All right, so the whole idea is we're going to be just doing a regular accordion fold. It's really nothing more than that, so the fold itself is very simple. And what I'm doing is I'm starting at the top as if I'm starting with this little cover first of all. Okay, so that's going to be here. Okay, and now I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm going to try to align them so they're close to the same length, and you want to watch that they're lined on the sides so they're about, you know, even as you go. And I'll do that again. And the easiest way to keep it straight in the head, in my head, this is what I have to tell myself, is you look at it. Oops, get a little shorter than that. Okay. And the old finger tool. And creases are invaluable with this. The stronger your crease, the better, because it'll keep your project thinner, so it will insert into your journal better and not cause too much girth bulk. And I'm a little cockeyed there. Let me straighten that out. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty darn close would be extremely nice. Okay. So now we have the front cover. Then we're going to have the first fold. And we're going to have the second fold, and this is how you kind of count it in your head. And first fold and then second fold, okay? But then don't lose this. This is going to be the bottom that comes around and gives you the little close. So, okay, first fold, second fold. So let's complete that one. All right, completing. Okay. Now, because this is a little extra long, this is a great tip. It's wonderful if you can, okay, two things to note here. When you make this last fold, which is going to make this last fold here, you want to give a little clearance space. And the reason for that is because you need to put staples in there. So they're going to take up a little space. So you don't want this being folded right up against that. You want to just give like maybe one font line down. That would give you enough extra space. So I would mark my spot where I'm going to do it, do my fold. Okay, now come back and test and see how it's just, I've got about a font line's worth of space there. Perfect. And then I've got all this extra stuff to play with. Now I can just cut this off if my pages are, if this page is thick enough that you feel comfortable, everything's going to tuck in, and a regular book page will suffice. But if you say you want it just a little bit stronger because you're not quite sure, I know how that happens, you have choices here. You can double back and make a little fold this way. And now you've got double the strength here, which is going to give you a nice little crisp thingy there. All right. Or you can tuck in the fold and do it this way. And either is fine. Doesn't matter. And just because I haven't done a tuck in one, I'll do a tuck in one on this one. So I'll do that. Now at this point, you want to pull out what you've made. Okay. Oh, well, let me show you. Okay. So this is what the fold looks like. It's just an accordion. Okay. So your cover, and you got an M. Okay. And then you've got your back cover here. All right. So take this out before you staple it, because when I left it in there, I stapled everything closed, and that was the disaster. So don't do that. Okay. So now you want to just put two little staples. You can use regular staples. It doesn't matter. And what that's going to do is that's just going to secure everything. So when you tuck it inside, it's going to very easily and comfortably sit together. Now, we still have this issue of the top is all coming apart. And I want to show you two different techniques. My scissors are moving and I didn't touch them. One, I just grabbed a piece of washi tape and I stuck it over the top. And that is this guy. He just has a piece of washi tape on top. And that holds everybody together, and there's no fuss. My pages flip nice and everything works well. So I have basically two pages. Two pages? Yeah, I think it's 2 pages. We have 1, 2 pages. Yes, okay. Or 4 pages, depending on how I count. But you know what I mean. Okay, the other thing is you can just glue it, and that's nice too. So now the whole thing is you got to pay attention to where you're gluing. Okay, so you want your front cover, okay, and then you want your first page, which is like a part of the M or the W, and then your second page. So what you want to do is you want to glue here, and you want to glue here. Please let this be right. I'll be doing the video over. Okay, mush, squish, okay. And you can play with font orientation, what way you want everything, that's fine. But I'm going to be decorating, so I'm not sweating too much about font orientation. Is it up or down or this way or that way or da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I just want to use up book pages. God darn it. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. I have now you have this. Okay, if you did it right, it should look like this. Okay, advance no further if it does not look like this. Now you can go back in here and glue these and get all technical, or you can say, hey, I have pockets on the side, and play with those. But I'm not going to get that elaborate on this one. I'm just going for basic construction because this one's like a little bit more than the simple designs. So we have this. I'm a little off on this side because of my fantastic measuring, so I'm just going to trim it. Oh my God, everything is even now. Look at that. It looks like a master measured that. Okay, so I've got it. So now all I've got to do is decorate it. And where do we start? We ink. Okay, you don't have to ink. I like to ink. I'm going to ink. Okay, and I did what? I've got pink and like worn lipstick and vintage photo, and I think this one is walnut stain. So I'm going to do this one in forest moss green just for fun. And hang on. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of the inking just so you can get the concept of where to ink on these. Okay, so basically I like to ink everywhere. So I'm going to go around all the hard edges. And then the one little tip I want to point out about the inking is I will show you is, okay, well, let's just do this one. Okay, here's my outside cover. So I'm inking around and I'm inking there. Okay, now I'm going on the inside, and here comes the little tip, and I've shown you this before, but I think it does make a nice difference if you're trying to get that vintage sort of look, is ink the fold. Ink the fold. And if you like that look, it just gives it a little bit more vintagey appeal. I don't know if you really see that. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna complete this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm all inked. So I want to show you, I did the front and I did the back. Did I do that? No, look at that. I'm not all inked. There's always one little place I forget. Okay, there we go. We're covered. All right, I inked the back and I inked my page, my cover, and I inked the 2 pages. Yep, and I don't have to ink inside here because that's not going to show. Okay, so there we go. So all we have left to do is to decorate it. So I think what we're going to do with this guy, I pulled out, I thought I'd try to find a way we could use some more book pages to decorate it. And I had these illustrations from a book and I tore them out, and I thought I would put these on here for just some interest, because when you create something like this, it has that peekaboo effect where you're going to give the person something. Oh, I wonder what's in here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh, and what's here and what's here and what's here. It's like this little journey of discovery through here. And you can put anything you want in here. You can put, for example, blank pages so that somebody has something to journal on, and leave it up to them. You can use contrasting colors like that and ink around to have it pop out a little bit from the background white pages. Or you can use some stamping right over the font. It looks really nice, and you can do it in different colors, blacks or browns or greens or blues, purples, whatever floats your boat. They all look really cool. And you can do it themed to your journal or whatever you like. And okay, so this one, I've got some pages here. Let's just move you over there. All right. So I've got these, and I think I'm just going to put these in here too. Which one looks good on the front? I was thinking maybe this big one. He's kind of cool, but I might have to tear him down a little bit. We might have to do a little sacrificial lamb thing here on you, but we may use you. Don't give up. So if you have another extra piece, just put him aside and just tell him not to give up, because there is hope. He may still be used. Okay, we have, I think that's good. And it can tuck below the edge here. I think that looks kind of cute peeking out. And now I'd like to give him a little emphasis so that he shows a little bit more. And do I want to do the green again? I think the green is going to be so close to that green. This time I'm going to ink around in worn lipstick. Where's my thingy? I organized everything so it'd be all, okay. It's all ready to go because I organized it. Okay. A new little setup technique. It's a little different. I'm trying it out. I have like all my tools over there sitting on my cutter. If you're looking for a tool, look over there, silly. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. Who was it? Jessica Rapp the other day. She made a great suggestion. She said if you don't have inkers and stuff like that, get a wooden spool and stick a makeup sponge on the end of it, and voila, you've got an inker. I thought, oh, what a great idea. So I thought I'd share that. I'll put her link below, so if you want to check her out. Okay, I'm going to do that as my front cover. And let's see if my glue is going to be friends. Yeah, okay. Whoops. All right. There we go. Pop you down. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Very nice contrast. So far, so good. Okay, so now, at the bottom here, we have this little flapperoo, and you can leave flapperoo as is, or you can cover it or do different things. And with this one, I just stamped, and I put a little washi tape along the edge of this one. It gave it a little extra strength, and I put the stamping, and I left the staples naked. On the back, I covered the staples with another little piece of washi tape. On this one, I did not cover the staples on the back because I thought it kind of looked cool with the design for some reason. So I just left that one. With this one, I think I've got a couple options. I'm either going to put these two things, I thought. I'll have to see what goes best. I was going to put a little piece of lace here. That doesn't look so good. Not my favorite. How about you? Are you kind of cute? Okay. Okay, my two options stunk. So I came up with option number 3, and this is just some cream colored lace, and I think I'm just going to glue that down there. I think that's going to look pretty. So grabbing my tool from my tools place. I notice my tools are slowly migrating over here, so I'll have to keep an eye on where my tools are actually. Okay, all right, and let's use some Fabri-Tac, because Fabri-Tac's great to glue down fabric. Good grab, quick grab. It's kind of like liquid hot glue, but not hot. That's the best way I describe it. Kind of like a silicone-based glue. Water repellent, in case you have to run through a rainstorm with your journals. You never know, right? Okay. The paper may melt away, but your Fabri-Tac will stay in place. Okay. There we go. Let's just trim the edges. Bump it up. And bump it up. Okay, so we have this. Okay. And now just to do the inside, I am going to go ahead. Now it's totally optional as to how many pages you want to ink. I'm going to leave the top blank, and I'm going to decorate the 2 downward flaps. So, or maybe not. Maybe this time I will decorate the upward flaps. Because I'm just reading on here that I'm just going to preface this by this is a birding book that I'm using. So I'm always looking, for books that have nice words in it. But I'm just saying that, there may be some words in here that are not, I'm just going to cover those words up. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so I've inked up my little guys here, and I don't honestly know if these are going to be big enough to cover the words I want covered. So I'm just going to test them out here a little bit. That one actually works okay. All right, there we go. I think, what? This one serves my need better right now. So I'm going to do this one. Because the person who's receiving this might not know it's a bird book. You know what I mean? So, all right, there we go. And let's do a little contrasting color here. Yeah, that's nice. That's cute. And there we go. Glue is rolling with me now. Okay, and so we have these, it might be a little short here. Okay, so maybe I'll just put 1 and 1. How about that? Okay, I can do that because that's what I'm prepared for today. Okay, and maybe we'll put you up in the corner just for variety's sake. And how about we put you here? Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right. Everybody's all right with that? Here we go, and you're planted. Okay, so there we go, and that's pretty much it. So this little guy just flips in there. They hold together well. They are about this thick for your journals. I mean, if you use this paper. And I wanted to show you one more little tip, a quick one, using the thinner book pages. So, okay, that was this prototype example, super thin pages. And what happened was it works functionally the same, but when I was making it, let me see the pages. Do I have enough pages? Yeah, 1, 2. I had to use 3 pages. And first of all, okay, these pages are thinner. So what I did was I just folded them in half. There's another rocket science tip. Okay, and I'll just show you a basic, quick construction of this one. But I'll show you what the problem was when I got to folding it. Basically, I ran out of length. I needed more length, and I had to extend the length. So I could have just glued. Where am I going with this? I need to fold it in half first. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you're driving, put the phone down. Okay? Put the phone down. Doesn't need to be in your hand. I'm talking to my husband right now. Okay, glued that together. That was too soon. All right, so what do we do? You fold it in half, and now you want to place the next one inside here, and we're going to fold this one like this, okay? So first of all, you want to glue this first one in place. All right, and let's put a little glue underneath so we can say we did. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to fold in half. We've extended our length, so we think we have lots to work with at this point. And let's see if I can make it happen the same way as this one did. Where's that one again? See, it's gone. It's totally gone. Okay, here it is. There it is. Okay, so it was about that long. All right, folding at denervation. Say one. We're going to do our back and forth fold. It's just the accordion fold, lining up, flipping back, flipping back. We're going to be, okay, now, oh, great, this is my last fold, but here's the problem. I don't have enough to make the final lip around the end. So I have my front cover, I have my first page, I have my second page, and that's it. Bob's your uncle, nothing left. So what do? Well, you can just add another page, and then that's pretty much it. That's the rocket science and answer to that one. Just carry on as if, you know, it never happened, you know, and you just keep going. Okay, so that was it. Just going to add a little bit more paper. Okay, and we're going to fold like, as soon as I get the glue on, we're going to fold like this. So basically, that's where I was saying you're never going to have the problem of not enough paper because the paper's not going to be long enough because you just keep adding length if you run into that situation. So, okay, I've already got my fold. So the only thing I really needed was this upper flip. Wait, is that right? Here's my cover, my first page. Oh, my second page went the other way. No, I was fooling myself there. Then I have my back. All right, there we go. And now we have all this glorious extra to play with. So we can either just cut it off or we can fold it up and make a little thing. So I think I'll do this one the other way this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it a little bit longer here, just like a couple things. So figure out where you're going to do it to. I think I'm going to go down to structures. I'm going to make my fold at structures. It's just a word on the page so I can know where the fold is going to be. And let's see, since that's got a little cut in it, maybe I'll fold it down this way. Okay, and then I'm going to, see, I have all of this out. Very important, very important. Okay, yep, I put my tool over here. See how that happens? It happens. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so now everything should tuck in just fine. There. So there you go. I just wanted to show you that you can keep on extending it if you find out that your little accordion, you're short at the end, you don't have enough for the flip around. So just keep adding book pages and that's pretty much it. So let's take a quick review of what we made today. And I'll show you all these guys. Remember the washi tape's very easy to seal the tops. Remember you have this if you don't glue them together. So you need to glue these two together. You need to glue in here and then squeeze. Okay, and that folds everything together. So I hope you like this fun little twist on this classic favorite called the Matchbook, and had fun today. And please like, subscribe. I have to remember this little chant. Please like, subscribe, share, and check out my Etsy shop for some journals. I make journals, and I've got some for sale in there, and I'm working on one right now. I'll give you a quick sneaker peeker of it. Okay, here it comes. Ready? There we go. That's all you get. Okay, so I'm working on the second signature right now. I've already got the cover constructed and I've got my signatures in, and now I'm decorating the signatures, and that's really what takes me the longest with my journals. So I am going ahead and doing that, and I'll keep you posted as we go, so you'll get kind of a feel as to when it might be ready. But we're not there yet. It's going to be a little bit, so relax. Okay. All right, so that's it. Happy crafting, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon with more book page ideas. Take care. Bye-bye.